Indiana is on the clock again. The story is really short, but I wanted to tell y'all this and shout out to the people who emailed it to me. And I wanted to expose this situation. It's terrible what this man is accused of doing. So if he is guilty, we definitely want to see him get maximum time in prison. But let me give you a disclaimer and then we'll go from there. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And let's take a look at this real quick. I wasn't able to find a lot on this story, but according to this, the Fort Wayne Police Department, or FWPD, says that they arrested a 20-year-old man by the name of Terry, Terry Lee Murray, Murray, Wednesday following an alleged child abuse investigation involving his 2-month-old baby. Little young kids, 20-year-old man, and I want y'all to remember that I said this. Men do not need to be fathers under the age of 30 years old. That doesn't mean men over 30 won't fail the kids, but there is a high probability that men under the age of 30 are not ready to be fathers, whether it be maturity-wise or financially. You stand a better chance of waiting until they're older. 20 years old is too young. Let's keep going. FWPD Public Information Officer Jeremy Webb says that the department was called on February the 5th to assist the Indiana Department of Child Services, DCS, with an investigation involving the battery of a 2-month-old. The infant was ultimately taken to the Cincinnati Children's Hospital for treatment, FWPD says. It was later discovered the baby had numerous injuries, including head trauma and subdural hematomas, so this sounds like this baby was beat. The infant was then taken to Riley Children's Hospital. During FWPD's investigation, Murray was arrested on Wednesday on 1 count of neglect of a dependent causing serious bodily injury and battery to a minor causing serious bodily injury. That's ridiculous, man. And just, he might not have ever been ready to be a father, but, just, you can't do nothing but punish this type of stupid behavior.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
And let me add this. The Fort Wayne Police Department would like to remind their community to seek help if you become overwhelmed while caring for children. Hurting a child doesn't solve anything, FWPD wrote in a release. So just keep that in mind, I guess. Hopefully it'll help somebody. But do me a favor and hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I only found one news video, and it's still really short.
A Fort Wayne man faces criminal charges after police say he hurt his 2-month-old child. 20-year-old Terry Murray is charged with neglect of a dependent, causing serious bodily injury, and battery to a minor. Police say on February 5th, officers responded to a call from the Department of Child Services. Officers say the child had several injuries. Paramedics rushed the child to a hospital in Cincinnati before transferring the child to Riley Hospital for Children in Indianapolis.
It doesn't mean every man under the age of 30 years old is going to behave this way, but I just think that you would increase your chances of being better if we start doing at least some basic things. Make sure that somebody has their finances together. Make sure that somebody has their mind together and their situation together before you start having unprotected sex and making kids by just anybody and everybody. Like, you could just look in his eyes and just tell that this man is not responsible, probably not even responsible for himself. But for what he did to this kid, how much time will he get in prison? The kid will survive, but you could have done irreparable damage. But for that, whatever maximum sentence you can get, 10 to 15 years probably, since the child is probably going to survive. I think that would probably be suitable. So we probably won't do any updates unless more information comes out. If more comes out, we'll definitely talk about it. But keep that baby in your prayers and keep this story on your minds and hope that we get justice against this dude. All right? Thank you.